Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and a Did You Know special as we take a look at some of the best Royal Rumble Did You Knows from the series, as well as some brand new ones that you might not know about in WWE 2K17. Enjoy! Did you know it's possible to put a title on the line in the Royal Rumble match this year? Generally, each year it sees 30 men vying for a place in the main event of WrestleMania by winning the Royal Rumble match. However, this year's Royal Rumble was branded 1 vs all and seeing Roman Reigns forced to defend his WWE Championship against 29 other men. To recreate this year in 2K17, players can select to choose a championship to put on the line in the match, with all the singles championships including custom championships available for selection. Once you've selected a title and hit start, you'll still be greeted by Lillian Garcia, who will announce the Royal Rumble match. However, the intro stays the same as in past years, with Lillian declaring the winner will go on to main event WrestleMania before awkwardly adding the word championship to the end of a sentence. Despite that, following the entrance of the superstars who drew positions 1 and 2, the on-screen title graphic for the championship you chose will actually then play out and the title will be on the line. Did you know Lillian Garcia announces the eliminations during the Royal Rumble match? This one comes from AJ Adams, who reveals that you can actually hear Lillian Garcia announcing each elimination as it takes place during Royal Rumble matches.
Oh my god! There goes Triple H!
Did you know there's a secret OMG moment in the Royal Rumble match that allows you to eliminate 2 superstars at the same time? This one comes from It's Kasky 408, who reveals you can perform a 2-man elimination during Royal Rumble or Battle Royal matches if you have 2 stored finishers. Once you've saved up 2 finishing moves, you want to wait until your opponents are locked in the elimination minigame, then simply walk over to them and press R1 triangle on PlayStation or RB and Y on Xbox to dump both superstars out of the ring. Additionally, depending on the superstar that you're using or the position that you're in, you'll find that there's multiple animations available, such as this one, which says you lift both your opponents over the top rope when they're locked up against the ropes, as well as this alternate version which takes place when one superstar is on the apron. Also, depending on your weight class, then you may come across this animation for cruiserweights, which sees them perform a dropkick, sending both opponents out the ring and on the floor. Did you know it's possible to perform Bayley's baseball slide dropkick in a Royal Rumble match? This one comes from the Booster Silver, who reveals that it's possible to perform Bayley's new baseball slide dropkick that sees her exit the ring and dive through the turnbuckles during a Royal Rumble match. Now, originally when the game first released, this method would provide players with a means to exit the ring without being eliminated, so that they could then distract other players, grab weapons, or simply wait out the remainder of the match until everyone had entered. However, following a recent patch update, the move is still possible and will see both yourself and your opponent exit the ring, but doing so actually costs yourself the match, as the move now causes both players to be eliminated. Don't fear though, because whilst the move will now eliminate you from the match, the good news is that the player performing the move will be eliminated last, meaning you can actually use this OMG as a means of winning the match in a pretty cool fashion. Alternately, if you're feeling generous and you want to hand someone else the chance to main event WrestleMania, then you can perform this move when there's still one person left to enter, which will then leave them as the sole survivor when they hit the ring, giving them an instant win and a ticket to the main event of WrestleMania. Did you know you can eliminate superstars with standard run attacks? This one comes from Guy Bitten, who reveals it's possible to eliminate superstars with a simple run attack such as the clothesline by first wearing down your opponent until their body icon turns red. At this point, all you need to do is place your opponent in the ropes or Irish whip them onto the apron, then perform a run attack to eliminate them from the match. Did you know there are different Royal Rumble winning animations depending on if your superstar is a heel or a face? This one comes from Machos, who reveals that there are 2 different Royal Rumble winning animations, with the version you see depending on whether your superstar is a face or a heel. If your superstar is a face, then you'll see this winning animation.
Man, this guy looks like he's ready to tear through the entire locker room, and I wouldn't put it past him.
Folks, that match is why people say the Royal Rumble pay-per-view is a can't-miss event.
However, if your superstar is a heel, then you'll see this alternate win animation.
Impressive showing there en route to the win.
And you could tell it took every ounce of energy in that body to pick up that last elimination. Very nicely done.
What amazing action we're seeing here at the Royal Rumble.
Did you know it's possible to make a superstar tap out in the Royal Rumble match? Generally, when playing match types such as the Royal Rumble, which don't allow submissions, you'll find that any submission moves in your arsenal are replaced with alternate grapples. For example, should you try to apply a submission hold such as Samoa Joe's rear naked choke finisher, then you'll see it replaced with a side Russian leg sweep. However, Hawkins now reveals that it is actually possible to apply a submission move and have your opponent tap out by using Samoa Joe's OMG moment, which sees him perform a powerbomb into a Boston Crab. Using this move, you'll see the submission will appear and can force your opponent to tap. However, due to the match rules, they won't be eliminated from the match and you'll instead lay there motionless until you pick them up, but it's still pretty cool to see and a pretty good way of humiliating your opponent. Did you know that the crowd know who's going to enter the Royal Rumble next in a Royal Rumble match? This one comes from Daniel Lowry, who reveals that the crowd in attendance are one step ahead of the player, as should you listen to the crowd during the Royal Rumble countdown, then you can actually hear them chanting for the next superstar before they've even been revealed. Did you know you can get on the apron and eliminate superstars in the Royal Rumble match? This one comes from CM Gaming, who reveals a really cool trick that allows the player to get on the apron, at which point they can then eliminate superstars by either grappling them and suplexing them to the outside, or pulling down the top rope to send a superstar flying over the top rope and to the floor. To do this, you'll want to reverse a top rope grapple such as the superplex, at which point you want to time your reversal during the major reversal window. Doing this will see you reverse the suplex mid-move and should see your superstar land on the apron, at which point you can then gain easy eliminations by either grappling your opponent, which will see you suplex your opponent to the outside, or pull off a low bridge by pressing circle or B on Xbox to pull down the top rope as an opponent runs towards you, which will cause them to go flying over the top rope and to the outside. Did you know you can eliminate superstars using the overhead belly to belly as a signature move? This one comes from Metallic Gaming, who reveals it's possible to assign the overhead belly-to-belly suplex as a signature move and then use it during Royal Rumble matches. This will then cause your opponent to be thrown to the outside and eliminated from the match. Generally, this move is blocked during the Royal Rumble when assigned as a regular move, however by selecting it as a signature move you can still perform it, allowing you to pull off your own unique Royal Rumble finisher as a signature before then gaining a finisher for your actual Rumble finisher. So with that brings us to the end of this Did You Know Royal Rumble special, but if you've got any lesser known features, secrets, hints or easter eggs, let me know about them in the comments and I may feature them in another special episode. As always though, let me know your thoughts in the comments on all of today's features as well as how many you knew, and if you enjoyed the video I'd love it if you could drop it a like to show your support, and if you're new to the channel make sure to subscribe and smack that bell notification icon so that you can be notified whenever a new video drops. Until then though, have yourself an awesome day and I'll catch you later.